Hello everyone, it's me here, finally back, playing some Microsoft Flight Sim. Right now, we're flying the Icon A5, this really cool little seaplane over Scotland right now. Over here, if I turn correctly, this is the River Forth. Over here, right over where that bridge is, there's actually supposed to be like a beautiful giant bridge in real life, but the game doesn't actually render the Forth rail bridge correctly. If you ever want to take a look at it, it's absolutely beautiful, and I definitely recommend checking it out. But right now, for this short little flight, I'm just going to be following the river right here. Got to reset my altimeter, and I'm just going to be following over this river here while I talk about why I decided to restart my channel, and also why I wasn't really doing it. Alright, first I'd also like to talk about this airplane. This is the Icon A5. It is a small little plane that that is a seaplane. It can land on water, but it also can land on land. It looks like a car on the inside, and that's because the inside was designed by BMW. And this plane isn't marketed like your A320 or your 747 as something that can carry large amounts of people, hundreds of people. What it's really marketed for is for just people who like sports cars, and rich people. Actually, don't know if anyone else gets sports cars. Correct me if I'm wrong in the comment section, but sports cars are expensive, so I'm assuming only rich people get them. Alright, so the reason I decided I was not doing my channel and why I was gone for so long, it has to do with the fact that the kind of content I was making was such high effort to just get out one every week. It almost seemed like I was struggling a lot because I had to make these sometimes in some weeks I'd basically never make a video. I'd never make a video. What am I saying? What I meant was how would I explain it? I sometimes can't get these words out, but I never was able to do things other than making videos. That's what I meant to say. So when I was never able to make things other than videos, I was kind of just like, there's nothing to do other than make a video, and that took so much time and effort, and I couldn't be with my friends, I couldn't do anything. So it was always nice to be not. So then then for a while I just stopped. I just was like, no, I'm not gonna upload, and I didn't, and it wasn't uploading. But now I found this game, Microsoft Flight Simulator, and it's so fun. I'm actually gonna adjust the weather for a second. I want to just show you some beautiful things I can do with the weather, and maybe also get a nice thumbnail. So let's get ourselves some scattered clouds. That already looks nice, but let's just find a nice little sunset. Now, looking to our left, you see that? This is the beauty of Microsoft Flight Sim. These beautiful sunsets and all the stuff like that. I'm gonna let my cursor disappear and stuff so that we can get a good old thumbnail. That'll be a perfect thumbnail. I absolutely love how beautiful this game looks. Alright, one of the funnest things about this aircraft, the Icon A5, is the fact that it can land on water. And this is also one of the coolest things about going to Scotland in this game, is the fact there's so many different bodies of water that you could just really use this aircraft to its full capability on. Right now I'm gonna land in the River Forth right now. Just deploy our flaps fully. Right around the River Forth is also Edinburgh, but I'm pretty sure we passed it due to the fact that I think we passed the bridges as well. So we're just gonna and also Edinburgh's more on the coast, but we're just gonna nice and slowly. We're a bit high on this approach, so we might want to just start heading down. I mean, there's no approach; it's all technically a runway in that kind of sense, but we're just gonna nice and slowly come down with flaps fully deployed as we aim nice and up. As soon as we get closer to the ground, we aim up and use the plane losing its lift for a nice and steady landing. Now you wait until you hear a nice little splash sound on the ground, and now at the moment we're just going to be skipping like a stone across the water. Now as our speed is going to drop a lot every time we hit the water, and now we're basically fully in the water. It's beautiful views of the river, and let me pull out my map. I'll show you where I plan to go right now. So I'm planning to head up over here to around up here, and we're just gonna follow up this river just up to around here, and probably, and I don't know, probably head up to this airport right here. That should be my goal. Now I'm gonna take back off from the water. So we're gonna want one layer of flaps. We're gonna wanna up speed, and now I'm just gonna nice and slowly turn this into the area. With this nice and full throttle, we're just gonna watch our speed go up to around the amount we would need for this takeoff. It's always nice to go a bit above what you would need, because it's just, you can generally create easier takeoffs. Something around that, and let's just pull up. You're right, that's a really, I don't know what's going on with that thing where it sometimes goes up and down and up and down. I think it has to do with the way I'm trying to connect things, but I'll see. I'm still trying to figure out the setup and stuff, so we can get some beautiful views of this general area. And I love flying around Scotland due to the massive bodies of water that are everywhere in this map. So we can just, let's just zoom out. See, we're over here, north of England. Just if anyone was curious, I assume most people would know that, but I don't know. I don't know how many people in my channel know geography. Alright. So we can see over here, there's all these areas. You know, how about for fun, we'll take a turn off and try to head into a, like another lake area, kind of. Try to head into another body of water. But actually, we could, probably shouldn't, because we're getting relative. This plane's not too fast, but we're getting relatively close to where we need to go. And so, right, I need to talk about this. So I'm probably gonna continue doing my channel now and playing this game mostly. And if any of you have some cool ideas for locations that I should fly around, just leave it in the comment section down below, where we can find out where I can find out cool locations to fly at, and stuff like that. And I'll probably be doing live streams as well. Not so sure about that one yet, but I'm pretty sure I will. Over there, there's like a little, looks like almost like a power plant with that giant thing there. It's beautiful, absolutely beautiful view over the side and the sunset. Now we can just, oh, nicely. Gonna keep going down this river as it starts getting thinner, thinner, and thinner and thinner, up to the little bit where it starts doing a lot of its twists and turns and stuff. And that's, we can try to land in little smaller twists and turns, or we could also find more little smaller, like right here would be a good place to land, actually. We should probably go there. But we'll just head over to this twisty and turny area when we can. And yeah, this plane is a really peaceful, nice plane to fly, and I love it for that reason. There's some other really cool stuff I can do with the weather in this game. Like, let me just pull out the weather section and watch this. Let's say it's not exciting enough. Let's say we want something interesting. We go into a dangerous storm where we can't see anything, and there's water going on the vehicle and lightning and all that. It's like, oh no, we don't know where, and I have to use the instruments down there to actually have a half decent flight. Because you'd think, like, what if I thought at this point, took out that little thing in the middle with the blue and the brown. Brown is the ground, blue is the sky. If I took that out, I could be like, oh man, look, I'm probably aiming straight towards the ground. I should probably go way up, and then I'd be facing straight up, which would not be good in this kind of weather. So aiming myself nice and correctly, we can just keep on going nice and stably. Just, I'll probably set back the weather just now because it's pretty boring just seeing nothing. Let's go storm. We can set it to clear skies, which is also pretty nice, but you know, it's clear, and I like my skies not being clear. I mean, I like them being clear. Like, we can get scattered clouds, we could go with overcast, high level clouds. Now, if we just take a look to the left, we can see a little bit less clouds, but still a lot of clouds. So as we head down right over here, I can see some streets and some stuff, and you know, it all looks great over here, honestly. But I'm gonna head over somewhere to get to a smaller body of water, and we'll probably land in this river just nice and first, so that we can just make sure where we know where we're going. I'm gonna pull out the map and see where we can go. Don't want this video to be too long, so I might not head somewhere pretty far out, but we'll definitely head over there. So we can check our stuff down here. We got enough fuel. Everything is good. Yeah. This aircraft, I mean, one of my favorites. And I'm getting pretty good at landing it, like even on actual runways. I'm gonna make a nice old left turn to try to head to an airport, but we also don't. Is that water? I cannot tell, honestly. I don't think that's water. But I also want, maybe I should show off this aircraft's water landing capabilities. It's definitely one of those fun old aircraft to fly. Man, come on, alright. Yeah, for some reason my controls are being a little bit unresponsive right now, which is not a great thing. Like, I'm full on pulling this joystick completely to the left, and it's not doing as okay, fixed. Dang. Alright, let me just turn this thing. Now, I'm just gonna want it nice and steady over here. There should be a couple of smaller bodies of water. We could try to land at some of these if we really wanted to. There's a lot of them, but they're all probably really hard to land at, now that I think about it. But we'll head over to those waters. The way you can tell if something's water in this game or it's not is generally the way the stuff looks. Like, if it's all nice and bright and kind of reflective, it's probably water, but if it's not, then it's not. And we're looking at these beautiful little clouds. Let me just pull off the VFR map so we can take a second just to look at all these clouds. Maybe get a screenshot, or maybe make this some thumbnail stuff. Honestly, don't know. Both would be pretty good. But there's some water here. I'm gonna try to land there. Let me just deploy some flaps. Let's go full flaps. Let me just aim down. I'm just gonna do this. So there should be. I want to try to head on to a straight section of a river, but I could probably just pull out the water rudder and then land on a curvy section and be like just drifting across the water. But I love how realistic this game looks. It all looks so amazing. Like, honestly, just look at that. Like, everything in this game looks so beautiful and amazing. Like, you could probably navigate, if you were like trying to go from your house to like your workplace or whatever, or your school, and you could go from like, you could do all that just by, if you could just do that in the air if you wanted to, actually. So I'm probably just gonna nice and slowly come into this approach. Just airspeed down. Probably gonna take that right path because it looks a bit less curvy than the left path. I mean, we could probably easily, yeah, that's that little dot to show where the airport we're gonna head to. But first, we're just gonna try to land in a small river. But overall, I love this game. It's one of the funnest games I've played, and I'd like to get started making more videos and probably doing some live streams on it as well. We'll see. But I'll just come around nice and slowly. I get close on those trees. Oh no, we're gonna land the fork in the river, aren't we? Oh no, this is not good. Let me just kind of glide across while I turn. And perfect. Now we just use our rudder and maybe a mix of our other parts as well to try to land in this river. Okay, that was a good landing in this river, actually. Pretty happy with this. Now, you can see all these buildings and the power lines and stuff like that. You can see the highway and like cars going across it even. That's how cool this game is. So now we just gotta wait for our plane to decelerate. Wow. Well, I may or may not have just hit the land yeah, I think I just hit the land. See there, and this is why you need to be careful when landing on rivers, because you can hit land sometimes like this. So, yeah. I mean, I'll just, slew us out of here. If I remember the slew, I don't remember slew controls, so I don't know. Oh, that's the slew controls. And look, we're in the water again. And look, that just put us back in the water. Now, as I just nice and slowly turn. Now, just... Oops, our flaps are not correct in this circumstance. And I did it again. Okay, that looks good. Alright, let's just set ourselves here. Ah, boy. I'm full on just being like, nope, and just flying myself back with like the creative mode controls. Minecraft terms. Okay, yeah, this looks good enough for a nice takeoff spot. Our plane will probably be destroyed considering the amount of times we've skidded across the land in it, but hey. And we're in the air! We gotta avoid power lines, don't we? Oh no, we're gonna have to fly underneath them? I honestly don't know at this point. It's pretty difficult. Yeah, I would be dead by now because I just flew through a bunch of power cables. You know, let's head over to Cumbernauld. By the way, I'm not doing that. The controls just being weird right now. Right now I'm using a joystick, actually. I'm using a really good joystick that I'm really enjoying. It's about a mid-range option. It's a Thrustmaster, I think T1600 or whatever. It's really good for this kind of use. It has a lot of buttons. It has its own throttle on it, so I'm not ending up spending like $1,000 on some rig when I just can get this. So we'll just nice and slowly come into the airport. I don't think it actually has towers, so we can just probably say where we're gonna land. Let me just pull up the air traffic control, which this game has. No, we're not going glad. We want to go Cumbernauld. Yeah, Cumbernauld traffic. Alright, select the runway for landing. I don't know, whatever. Announce full stop landing. Announce whatever, let's position.
Echo Golf Papa Golf traffic icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra 3 miles northeast 700 feet inbound to land runway 25.
Alright, if I'm not wrong, that should be the runway. Let's just announce. We're not on final yet. We're basically going to go on final just now, so let's just announce on final.
Echo Golf Papa Golf traffic icon Alpha Sierra X-ray Golf Sierra is on final runway 25 to land.
Alright, we'll just come in nice and slowly for an approach. I probably honestly selected the wrong runway, but do it. Oh, yeah. So this one, so there's two little lights. I think it's, so one light's supposed to, it's usually two lights, but I think this airport's smaller, so it's one light's red, one light is white. That basically means we're on the perfect approach pattern, and for some reason we're getting really weird controls for. Double red means we're too low, double white means we're too high, and that's basically our landing procedure. Let me just check if gear are down. Give me a second. And gear are down, flaps are full, we're coming in for a nice landing. This is gonna be cool. I don't know, I'm trying to make some rhymes for this interesting video, but alright, yeah. I don't even know at this point. I feel like we're too low, and for some reason our plane is being really, really wacky right now. Really wacky. I'm not even, it's not stupid calling it a wacky plane. But now, as we just nice and slowly start to come down for a nice and steady old landing, we can just prepare this correctly. Now we can just pull up. Alright, let's get a bit less speed actually. We're pretty good on this approach pattern right here. I think I know how to fix the issues. I'll do that after the video. We're on a nice old approach onto runway 25 and Cumbernauld. just, alright, so now just as we pull up, we just do, oh god, that was a bounce, wasn't it? And look, we're on the ground, I mean, and we're not dead. Never said up my landing was great, but hey, could have been worse. Some nice little views. Alright, if you liked the video, please remember to like, and if you haven't yet, go subscribe, leave a comment down below, it really helps. So thank you very much for watching, and goodbye.